welcome to the Google class for the week. The last time we met, we discussed about the asset and capital, and I threw your attention to the concept you need to know, or the terms you need to know under these two subheadings. And today, I am here to let you understand that without knowing the methods for preparing balance sheet, you have not done anything in balance sheet. And today we'll be looking at these methods, and these are the objectives we are looking up to achieve. The first method we'll be looking into is the T format. I will name the T format as the traditional method for preparing balance sheet. And this is the same method that most students always like to approach when they meet it in the exams or in any assessment. And here we'll be looking at this T format table. On the T format table, the four cardinal points of balance sheet are being positioned, which are the capital, the liability, fixed asset, and the current asset. The capital in green, the total of capital in green, the liabilities in red or wine, while the balance is also in the same color, the fixed asset in blue, and the balance in blue, while the current asset in purple. This will enable you to see how each of these balances move. Now, straight to the capital. You cannot realize your capital if you have your net profit, and the net profit must be added to the capital. Likewise, if you have any cost during the period of the transaction for the year to withdraw anything for your personal use, which is talking about your drawings, if this is in place, you must also deduct it from the total of your net profit and your capital, which gives you your total capital as green here. You can rather go after the capital, you can go to the fixed asset, or you still work on your liabilities. But let's go to the fixed asset on the credit side. Under the fixed assets, these are the items. You will agree with me. Now, if you have any cause to have any record of depreciation on any of the fixed assets, remember in our previous topics, we discussed about the disposal of assets. There, we discussed more about the depreciation. Now, you are bringing the same concept to your balance sheet now, whereby wherever you have your items under fixed assets, if you have cause for any depreciation of any of the fixed assets, you must less the depreciation of such fixed assets before you forward it to the main balance. What are we talking about? Take a look at land and building. There is no depreciation recorded. We forward the balance straight to that corner. And our plant and machinery, there is depreciation here. Therefore, we must charge the depreciation against the real value, which is in bracket. Remember, anything you need to subtract, I always put in bracket for you to know, and that's why we have to less. So you take away the depreciation value from the real value to give you the balance we have here as plant and machinery. Premises, we don't have any depreciation on premises, so it goes to the right corner. Equipment, the same thing goes with it. The total of all this gives us our total fixed asset. Come straight to current asset. We have the stock, the debtors, and bill receivable, and so on. We still have more current assets, as you know. But these are the ones for this format, and the balance goes there. Here we come for the liabilities. If you have any long-term liability, I am very sure now that you all have enough examples of each of these headings. Now that you know that the venture is a long-term liability. Bond is a long-term liability. If you have any of this, or you encounter any of this during the period of the year, then this must be added together, which must also be added to your current liabilities. And the addition of these two gives you this. By the time you add your liabilities to your capital, and you had your current assets with your fixed assets, it must give you equal balance. If not, you are wrong. This is for the T format. We go to the other format, which is the horizontal format. Under the horizontal format, it is just in form of a straight line method, but it has a different procedure compared to the T format. Let's take a look at it. Fixed asset now comes first here. The fixed asset, the way it was here, it has been brought here, and the addition of your fixed asset, your land and building, everything comes here, and the balance goes there. Now to your current asset. Your current asset, the balance of your current asset, which is in purple, comes here. comes here. Now, you don't record your current asset here because you must charge it against your current liability. And that is why we never recorded the balance here. Rather, now we put it on the first column there and we come straight to the current liability where we have all these items. All these items now must be charged against our current asset. And that is why we put them in brackets, because we must less all the items under the current liabilities, which gives us this. When you subtract all these items from your current asset, it gives you this. Now, when you now add this to your fixed asset, it will give you a balance here. You will now compare the balance here to your capital. You start this capital with finance by, or you name it as representing. That is why I have given you these two items. So you use your capital after you have added it with finance by, comes after it will be your capital. This is your capital. Then you add the net profit just exactly the way it was here. It has been brought back to this place. Now, the addition of this, when you subtract your drawings from your total capital and it gives you this must be equal to this. If this is not equal to this, that means you are wrong. This is where we are going to draw the curtain for today. Do not hesitate to forward your questions to the Google platform. Likewise, other materials needed will be forwarded to you. Thank you and God bless you.